So, with the beta of Black Ops 7 coming to an end, should you buy or even play the game? Is it worth your time? Is it good? What are my opinions of this now that we have played not only the multiplayer, but for the first time ever, zombies in a beta for Call of Duty? I have some pretty strong opinions on this one, and they have changed. They've changed 3 different times, and you'll see what I mean throughout this video, but I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you my opinions of what this is going to look like moving forward, and I think what is going to come of Black Ops 7 as a game. And it is confusing. It requires some trust. It's a story, a tale of old time of Call of Duty, and you'll see what I mean through all of this. But let's start from the very beginning, from the first time that I played Black Ops 7, which was at Call of Duty Next. Now, Call of Duty Next, I went into this with an open mind. I wanted Black Ops 7 to be good, but I was extremely skeptical. And that is for one reason. The fact that we are getting a Black Ops 7 game right after Black Ops 6. Similar to how we had Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Is this a DLC or is this something that is brand new? Now, I want to be clear. 2 things that I simply do not know about are, number 1, what is the campaign going to look like, whether or not that is going to be good? And of course, that's a big thing for me. And number 2, what is the end game mode going to be like? We haven't been given any information about that one. There's some leaks that'll be similar to like a Modern Warfare Zombies thing, where it'll be kind of like this open world where missions, we don't know. All I know is that there's supposed to be like 6 hours of story on top of the campaign into end game. So I'll be making videos on that, but it's confusing nonetheless. So I kind of have to leave that out when I give you my opinion. Now, when I played at Call of Duty Next for the first time, we got zombies, we got Warzone, and we got multiplayer. Warzone is useless. There's nothing new coming there, so let's just put that out of the equation. That's the free-to-play one anyway. Zombies felt awesome. It felt brand new. It felt exciting. I think people are really going to enjoy zombies this year, and if you are a zombies fan, my answer is easy for you. You're going to enjoy this game. They're doubling down on the camos. Camo grind is going to be there. They're on top of that, doubling down on the amount of content coming to zombies after launch. So I think if you're a zombies fan, my answer to you is easy. Go enjoy the game. You're going to have a good year. Now, multiplayer is where things get confusing, because when I played at Call of Duty Next, not only were the lobbies extremely sweaty, I couldn't get used to my sensitivity. I couldn't get used to the wall jumping. There just wasn't enough time, and on top of that, I was playing against world beaters like Scump, who would just kick the crap out of me. On top of that, it felt too similar to Black Ops 6 for me to be like, you need to get this game. Now, it also felt better than Black Ops 6. The score streaks felt better. The maps felt better. The menus, even in and of itself, felt better. And while I was giving you my review after Call of Duty Next, I specifically remember saying this. I said, it's weird because everything I am saying about this game is a positive thing. The maps are better. The zombies is better. The score streaks are better. The create a class system is better. Everything feels better, yet I'm not recommending the game to you because there wasn't that it factor that said, I need to play this. This is a new Call of Duty game. So the question is, going into the beta, has that opinion changed on multiplayer? Now, to understand that, I have to talk about a few different things. First, I want to start with the score streaks, because there are like 3 score streaks in the game right now that I think are really good. The VTOL, the HKDs, or hunter-killer drones, or the roly-wally bots that go around and explode in people's faces, and the sniper rifle, where you can see through walls and kill people across the map, which people think is overpowered, and it most certainly is. It's extremely strong, frustrating when you get killed by it, but so much fun when you get one. After playing the beta, I think more kill streaks need to be like the Gravedigger, that sniper rifle, and the reason why I say that is because when I get score streaks, that is my reward in this game. And after playing Battlefield and playing Black Ops 7, it is clear that this year they need to lean into the arcadiness of Black Ops 7 more than anything else. That's one of the good things about the game. And in fact, I think the dog, the DAWG, the Watchdog Helo, the Swarm when it comes out, they should make the score streaks more powerful. If we see them nerfing them after the beta, I'm going to be worried about that. The next thing, movement. Movement is way better than I originally thought it was. After Call of Duty Next, I said the movement sucks. I'm like, I don't like the wall jump. I just don't enjoy it. After playing the beta, I am happy to inform you that I was very, very wrong about that. I like the wall jump. I think it's fun. I think they could have done more with it. I think they could have done wall running. I think they could have done a lot of these things that they didn't end up doing or wimping out on or whatever the decision was. I think there could be wall running. I think there could be boost jumps and it would feel really good. That being said, though, the game is really fast. Like, even though these maps are 100 times better than the maps in Black Ops 6, they are still relatively small, which if you're a Call of Duty fan, I think that's good. They kind of had to nail this medium-sized map, and they did do that. And then the maps look better on top of that. They play better. The maps are just better, all in all. The perk system, better. But going back to that movement thing, dexterity. Dexterity is a perk that allows you to aim down sights while you're doing movement mechanics. In other words, sliding, jumping off walls. And when you don't have that, you only go into the tack stance where you turn your weapon to the side. And I don't like that. I think the base movement in the game should be dexterity, because I think what's going to end up happening is it's going to end up being a very crutch perk. And if you don't run that when you're wall jumping or sliding or doing any of this movement, you're immediately at a disadvantage. I think that should be the base movement built into the game, is the way that it feels with dexterity. Everything else, like lightweight and all of that, those can be perks that improve your movement. But dexterity, I think, should be built into the game as a whole. So there's that. Doors suck. Like, for some reason, at one point, there was an interview where they said, we've removed doors from the game, and everyone was happy. And then the beta comes out and Call of Duty Next happens, and lo and behold, there's more doors than there ever were before, except the doors now are not manual doors that you open. They're doors that open automatically. Unless you shoot them, then they open. But they're everywhere. And they put out a statement saying that, I think they said either 4 or 6 of the 16 maps at launch even have doors on them. Yet every single map in the beta has them. Like, I don't know why they decided to do that, especially after announcing doors weren't going to be there. But lo and behold, they ended up fixing that. They removed a bunch of the doors. They made them so that they were easier to open from a further distance. And it is better. I just don't think doors should be there at all. There's like 2 spots that I think, like one on Cortex in that middle area, where I think it actually works. But then we still run into the same problem. Which what I said at the very beginning when it comes to me playing the game at Call of Duty Next. Is there enough here to justify being like, okay, you just played Black Ops 6, now we have to play Black Ops 7? Well, there's 2 sections of the beta. There was day 1 and then the rest of the beta. When day 1 came out, I was this close to not playing the game anymore until launch. Because every single game that I got into was a sweat fest. I couldn't earn any score streaks, and I know I'm a good player. I know I'm a decent, like, 2 kill death player that should be earning VTOLs and dogs and hunter killer drones and all of this stuff, but I just couldn't. The lobbies were too sweaty, and maybe the part of that was that it was the closed beta era, but maybe also at the same time it was just skill-based matchmaking, and I was sick of it. And not only did the game not feel fresh and exciting enough to keep me in with the skill-based matchmaking, the skill-based matchmaking was beating me down to all belief. Then, day 2 comes along. They implement a new playlist called Open Mosh Pit, which has no skill-based matchmaking in it whatsoever. Now, the game didn't change. The movement didn't change. The maps didn't change. The guns didn't change. Nothing else changed, but the matchmaking changed. And back when I put out my review in Call of Duty Next, I saw a comment. I can't remember whether it was on Twitch or whether it was on YouTube, and it was this. If you bake a cake and you make the best icing in the world and it tastes so good, it looks amazing, and even like just every intricate detail about that icing is amazing, but the middle of the cake is shit, the cake is still gonna taste like shit. And I felt like that's what Black Ops 7 was, where they made all the right changes, were doing all the right things, but because the base of this game, whether you're talking about the servers or whether you're talking about skill-based matching, was shit, the game was still going to be shit. But then they changed that, and all of a sudden, Black Ops 7 is the most fun I've had playing a multiplayer game in a very long time. Now, do I think the bones of this game are the best? Maybe. Like, the movement's good, the maps are good, the score streaks are good. Could be a little bit better, but the score streaks are good. So maybe like the game that they created is actually really good. It was just brought down by skill-based matchmaking. But at the same time, it's still just a minor improvement on Black Ops 6. However, this is my opinion, and this is what I think. When I said there wasn't that wow factor at Call of Duty Next, there wasn't that thing that you play it and you go, guys, you gotta play this game. They figured it out. That thing is old skill-based matchmaking. This is going to be the first game since Modern Warfare 2019, if, and we'll get to this, if they continue what they're doing, to have this type of matchmaking system. And that is the thing that needs to be played. It's not like this is much different as a whole, as a base to Black Ops 6, but what is wholly different is not having skill-based matchmaking in there. Now, does this mean I think you should pre-order the game? No, it doesn't. Does this mean I think you should go grab the game on day one? No. But I am going to be waiting. I am going to be looking. I'm going to be trying to find the blog post where Treyarch or Activision says what's going to happen next, because that is the next most important thing. I think Black Ops 7 as a base game, like the way that they have designed the multiplayer, the amount of maps, the amount of weapons that are coming out at launch, zombies, the massive camo grind between all of those, endgame being added in there as well, all of this as a base is good. But if they don't bring over the open playlist, at least I will not play multiplayer for the entire year. They have opened up a can of worms to the point where if they take this away, I am done with multiplayer. And for that fact, I think they need to bring this open mosh pit into Warzone. I think this open mosh pit shouldn't be open mosh pit. They should just take the L, like I did with the movement in this game, admit that they are wrong, and say, for too long we have thought we were right with the way that we were running skill-based matchmaking. From the data that we've seen, we now know that people want to just play the game and not be toyed with and not be put into some algorithm. If that is done, and if they announce that that is the way that this game will be at launch, I do think you should buy this game. And not because it's overwhelmingly different from Black Ops 6, but because the game feels overwhelmingly different from Black Ops 6 because of that one factor and that one factor alone. And that is the matchmaking. And I know you've probably heard all about it. The only hot topic right now with Black Ops 7 is the matchmaking. But that is the thing that differentiates this game from every other game in the past 5 years. From Modern Warfare 2019 to Cold War to Vanguard to Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6. Sorry, 6 games. This 7th game, Black Ops 7, is the only one of those to not have skill-based matchmaking, at least in the beta. And of those games, in the multiplayer, it is the most fun that I have had for that reason alone. And that needs to be put out there. And that's why I wanted to make this video. So I hope I made sense in explaining this. I know it's just like a talking head video. I normally put these types of things on Ink TV, but I'm trying to get this out to the vast audience. So should you buy Black Ops 7? Let's go back to the title of this video. Should you buy Black Ops 7? If you enjoy Call of Duty, if you were someone that maybe played specifically Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 2 and liked those games, before they implemented the matchmaking, I would say, hell no. We've seen this before. We don't like where it's going. But if they go forth and announce we're keeping this type of matchmaking, and to be clear, I don't know if just having an open mosh pit playlist is enough. In fact, I don't think it is enough because Team Deathmatch, one thing I didn't mention, spawns need some work. Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirm spawns flip way too much. Even Hardpoint spawns I find flip way too much. So there is other things that need to be fixed. But just for the matchmaking alone and feeling like an old school Call of Duty game, if they announce that that is going to be the base matchmaking, the game is sold in my eyes. And if they don't, the game is chalked in my eyes. And this is, I'm like one of those people who get into politics and only care about one thing, one argument. I'm a skill-based matchmaking guy. I live and die by it, and I never thought I would say that, but after playing the game with no skill-based matchmaking, it is clear what needs to happen. And I'm worried because I think what this is actually going to come down to is in the next 2 days we're going to see the release of Battlefield 6. If Battlefield 6 does well, I think they will remove skill-based matchmaking, and if it flops for some reason, I think they're going to keep it. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful after seeing them re-put no skill-based matchmaking back in Search and Destroy in the beta. I have faith. And please, Call of Duty, if you see this, if you want me to play multiplayer, you know what needs to be done. I'm curious, after playing the beta, what you guys have thought of the game. I know I'm going to get hate on this video because I've said positive things about Black Ops 7. I know the way the internet works, but I always give you my honest opinion. At Next, I would have said, don't get this game. There's nothing new here. Day one of the beta, I would have said, there's nothing new here. Lo and behold, you change the bones of a game. You change the base of the cake. You remove the shit. And it just so happens that the cake might end up tasting a little good.